What is crack-a-lackin'? We're back with baseball, and the Twins. Or Chicago beat the Twins 6-3 to win the Central, and so the Twins will have to go into the wild card round. Oh, Josh Harrison was instrumental there. Had 2 walks. Came around to score. Looks like Jimenez actually hit a home run. 3 for 4 on Mikado. 2 for 4 with Conforto. Nope, they all hit doubles. McNeil, Mikado had 2 doubles. Conforto, Plawecki. And for the Twins, Kepler, for some reason, batted third. Polanco still being the MVP of Minnesota. Two RBI for him. And Lynn did his part, but Porcello kind of failed for Minnesota. He's been decent all year, but he only lasted 4 1/3. But Dobnak got him out of trouble. And there we go. So here's how it lines up. Minnesota will face Toronto. Oh boy, at Toronto. That's going to be tough. And then Toronto or Minnesota will have to go with the Montreal. And then Houston will be at the White Sox. Philadelphia will have to go to San Francisco, and whoever wins that will have to face San Diego. Milwaukee and Atlanta will go at it. Let's look at our Orioles at the end of the season. Statistics for the Orioles. Mullins and Mancini, 148 games, was pretty freaking awesome for them. 22 homers for Mullins, 25 for Mancini, 40 stolen bases for Mullins. Mancini's not going to steal any bases. Mullins hit, actually, let's just go here. So Mateo, 112, but he only had 245. Not a lot of power, but he did have 18 stolen bases. He got supplanted by the young defensive shortstop Campbell, who light hit and shortstop bats. Batted 300. I think he batted he batted 304, and he had 10 stolen bases. So, see how he does next season. Probably not going to hit a lot of home runs. I think all of his home runs were from the right, batting right-handed against left-handed pitchers. Austin Hayes, 112 games, only batted 235, only had 9 homers and 9 stolen bases. Mountcastle was our big bopper, but he only played in 111 games. Once again, he was injured for a small portion, and I think that's the second year in a row. Hit 27 homers, batted 262, but we're really, really high on Mountcastle. Santander was injured, only played 89 games, but he had 14 homers there, but we got to get his average up to like Mountcastle, not even Mountcastle level. If he bats around 250 to 256, it still would be a hell of a lot better, and he still would be very valuable and a very valuable platoon player. Because I would like, well, not exactly a platoon player. I'm not going to play Austin Hayes in right field against lefties all the time because Santander is a switch hitter. He can hit from both sides pretty decently, but Hayes is our fourth outfielder, and I think we're good. As long as Santander can bounce back, we have our outfield. So, and Mancini can play left or right when need be. And there you go. We got Mullins, Hayes, Mountcastle, and Santander for our outfield. Taylor Davis, 87 games. He was our starting catcher until we called up Adley Rutschman. He does a decent enough job. He has some bop. 58 hits, 8 of them were homers. And I think he had about 6 doubles. How many doubles did he have? 21 walks is pretty decent for an 8-hole hitter. He had 10 doubles. and a triple. So he's doing well. So for 58 hits, 19 of them were for extra bases. Campbell basically there for shortstop. We have to see how Gunnar Henderson develops. He's been slow in developing. So right now, this guy is our shortstop for the near future. If we get somebody with bigger bop, maybe. But if we get another player with more bop, or if Money Murakami comes into his own, like I think he should, as a 25 home run hitter, where he and Mountcastle could be our hitters, then having Campbell in the number 2 hole would be absolutely wonderful. O'Grady just strikes out way too much. He had 7 home runs out of 38 hits, which is great, but all the other time he was an instant out, and that's not good. Michael Lorenz played some outfield, but only hit 208. I don't know if we're going to have him. No, we do have him under contract till 2024, so he'll still be around. But from his pitching standpoint, he did not do so well, so we couldn't trade him. No one's going to take him. He was at like 4.8, and he was about 2-12 the trade deadline. Travis Demeritte, we'll have to see. He bat 276. He had a great September. But he was only there for injury. DJ Stewart is a lost cause. I tried a couple of times last year and then this year, and he's just faltered all the time. Our pitchers, John Means is our ace, but Grayson Rodriguez had a great second, a great end of August. From the end of August to the end of the season, he really came alive. He struggled at first. 3.82 ERA, 5-7, 130 Ks and 115. He is our strikeout guy. John Means is not a strikeout guy, but Grayson Rodriguez is. Aiken, we might put him into the bullpen. He did really, really well as our left-handed setup guy. So I think that's what I'm going to do with him. So he's no longer going to be a starting pitcher. Dylan Tate, I still want to try him out, but this is going to be his last hurrah. Well, not last hurrah, but this is going to be his last chance. Is he under contract? Yeah, he's under contract for next year. He's going to have to prove it, or we're going to move on. He's only 26 years old. Jordan Yamamoto, who we got from the Mets for Jake Bauers, not highly touted at all. He's not a highly touted pitcher. He went 3-7, 5.616 ERA, 26 walks in 68 innings. Not good. And he gives up a lot of hits. But we're going to try him again next year. He's only 24. Sulcer really had a bounce back year. 2021, 6.04 ERA, but relief pitchers are so flaky. So he's got arbitration. So we'll offer him arbitration. See how much he's asking for. But I really liked it. He got his strikeouts up and he got his walks down. That's all you can ask for. So good enough for me. And if he can keep that ERA around the 4s, that's good. Kolarek, he's ulcer-inducing, but that's most relief pitchers. I'd like to have him because he's a lefty, but we'll have to see. So Yamaguchi, now a relief pitcher. We have him under contract for a couple more years, but he's 34 years old, and that's an issue. But and I don't mind letting him go, eating that contract next year if he doesn't do well. Tyler Wells was a de facto closer. He did really well in 2021, 14 of 16. But then you see those 10 blown saves in 2022, and we just had to say no. We can't trust you in the ninth inning. So Dwayne Underwood came into play, and I think we got him on waivers, maybe. But you can see his increase. He's 76 overall now, and he went up to B potential. But he's 27, so I don't know how much longer. I don't know how much he'll go up. I think 76 is his ceiling. He's not going to go up any higher. Those 3 blown saves were not when he was the closer. So when he was the closer, he was 2 for 2. And you can see those amount of holds. He had 13 holds, and that's why we put him in the closer position. He does give up the long ball, 7 home runs in 33 innings, but only 4 walks in 33 innings. And you can see he's kind of consistent with that. Not striking out as much as many as he used to, but this is a lower strikeout league, so he's not going to have the 27 and 20. But if he's around here, 24 in 33 innings, that's good for our closer. He just can't give up the long ball. Michael Baumann showed some flashes, but we'll have to see how that goes. And then Justin Grimm has been a total surprise. He walks way too many, but he does not give up the home runs. So it's one of those things. If you give up 6 home runs, like if you give up home runs like Dwayne Underwood Jr., but you're not walking anybody, so they're solo shots. So you go in there with a 3-run lead, and you give up a solo shot, and you get the save with a 2-run lead. That's not bad. Same thing with a relief pitcher. If he walks a couple of guys, but then gets out of the inning, especially getting some double play balls, or striking out the side, because he is a good strikeout. 32 strikeouts in 30 2/3 innings. So he's just a relief pitcher that gives you those migraines. So that's it for Baltimore. And we will be back when we get to the ALCS and the NLCS. All right, we're back here with the NLCS and the ALCS. Houston squeaked by the White Sox 3-2, and now they're getting destroyed by the Blue Jays, who just went through the wild card round. They still have the Expos number. 3-1 over there against them. Now it's 3-1 against Houston. For the Brewers, they destroyed Atlanta. Everybody except Freeman and Acuna basically struggled in that series. San Francisco beat Philadelphia, swept the Padres, so that's got to be a very disappointing season for the Padres. But now they're behind 3-2 with Milwaukee, but they have Trey Turner and Brandon Belt back. No Crawford yet. So let's look at what the day is. Sim through date. Oh, and the Blue Jays win. So let's look at the Blue Jays. A 6-5 game, and Houston left way too many on base with 14 hits. With Houston, Altuve had a great series, but Michael Brantley, not so much. He really struggled, only batting 103. Alvarez and Altuve, they're 2 main guys. Bregman had a good game here, but he had a bad series overall. Muncy had a good series. Maldonado had a great game here. I guess it's their pitching. Their pitching just did not connect. Bregman and Maldonado had home runs. Here, it was just everyone's been, even with Guerrero only hitting 250, Bichette hitting 416, Grossman hitting 326. So Guerrero and Semien and Springer had not such a good series. But damn it, Danny Jansen, he has a horrible year. But he knows to come through in the clutch, and he's having a great playoff so far. Biggio with 4 walks. Wow. And then their pitching has just been on fire, the Blue Jays. Cobb. Oh, Cobb started the game. Why did they start Cobb? Wow. So Alex Cobb really, he just got destroyed. They sent Kyle Gibson to the mound. Gibson had a complete game shutout, I believe, in the previous against Montreal to kick them out, and he gets it done again. So now it'll be oh my God. No, why is San Francisco sending? Okay. So Burns is coming out from Milwaukee. But we're going to have to look at... Yeah. Okay. So we have to smack this one around. Gosman here will have to start. Now is it right? All right. Gosman against Burns. Who's going to win? San Francisco wins. All right. Turner. Belt is doing okay. Turner not doing so good on his return. Posey's not doing so good. Yastrzemski, Flores, and Ozuna are just trying to carry this squad. Haggerty taking over for shortstop because of an injury. So they've had 2 injuries. Dubon and Dickerson have been injured, so they had to replace them. So San Francisco is just struggling, but yet they're still fighting and kicking. Bradley Jr., Lorenzo Cain was knocked out in the first game of the series, so they got Bradley Jr. And he is not a leadoff hitter, but they really don't have anybody else. Let me see. We could try to manipulate it here. So Milwaukee. Let's try Milwaukee here with their lineup. They got Jackie Bradley. Let's try to put Wong there. And we'll put Willie Adams here. Navarez. And then they have that whole thing where they have their pitcher 8th, and then they have Peralta batting 9th. And then against lefties, Wong again, Adams here. We'll put Ryan Braun. Nelson Cruz, he has 3 homers, but he's only hitting 190. And Jorge Soler wow. He's struggling, but Brian Anderson's on fire. So we'll put Ryan Braun there. Navarez is on fire, so let's do that. Yeah, let's do away with this. So we got that. Let's do that. Let's try that. Is Lorenzo Cain is back. Oh, jeez. And that kills the whole thing. Just make sure. Lorenzo Cain. There we go. View today's game. Alex Wood versus Woodruff. And the Brewers will be going to the World Series. Trey Turner. Wow, he just not even a batting average. Over whatever. Wonder if Posey will retire now. Lorenzo Cain comes back, 3 for 4. Soler finally contributes with 2 RBI. And Alex Wood, 5 runs in 5 innings. All right, so the Brewers going back to the World Series for the first time since the 80s, I think. All right, so just make sure that we got everybody, and we'll be back with the World Series. Back with the first game of the World Series. View today's game. It is going to be Hujan Ryu versus Freddie Peralta. I don't know why Freddie Peralta. Well, that's not right. This is why you get. This is why you do all of the. You do all control for all the frickin' people, or for all the teams. Okay, so Burns and Ryu. And we'll show you like a little highlight clip of all the games, because I like to play out the World Series games. And so we'll see what happens. We'll come back.